Shalom, shalom. Kal halalim la abanawa Yahweh alahayanawa bahashem Yahweh Shai bahashem rakaha kodash. Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Yahweh, bahashem rakaha kodash. You know, Johnny Carson, fairly entertaining programming from back in the day, and I believe this is the sort of like you know an interview with Ken Norton and Cassius Clay or Muhammad Ali, right before their second fight, and obviously this is I believe, I'm not too sure about the date. Let me have a check here. What is this? 1973, original air date. Okay, 1973, and I believe because the Americans you have your dates the other way around, so this won't be the 9th of July. It'll be the 7th of September, 1973. So damn near 51 years ago. And during the interview, right, they start having a little chat, this and that and the third, and Muhammad Ali just starts talking about the chariots. You know, how the chariots flash blue, green, and red, and all that kind of stuff, like we see them in the night sky. And see, this technology is the technology of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, right? And it's been here since the beginning. Okay, you people assume that, okay, the chariots or these so-called UFOs are here now because we are in a technological so-called age. No, they've always been here. They were here before the car was invented, before the aeroplanes were here, before helicopters were here, before mobile phones were here. They were always here. They were here when our ancestors came on the slave ships uh, from West Africa and parts of Europe to the Americas, brought there, okay, the Southern Kingdom as slaves into the Americas. Then our brothers, the Gadites, the so-called Native Americans, were taken. Some of them were taken as slaves to the triangular slave trade to parts of Europe and things like that, like Spain and Portugal and all that. Right? They were there then. The chariots. If you look at certain renditions of biblical art, even though they paint Edomite faces there, okay, pursuant to the book of Maccabees, where the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images. So when these crackers came into power, what do? They painted their images over everything that is brown. All right, because they came into power, so they've got to make it look like that they were always here. They were always somebody. When these Edomites, these so-called white people, are a nobody people. And if you look at some of the paintings from 500-600 years ago, there's always paintings of like so-called UFOs or chariots, a wheel within a wheel, a silvery disc that we've seen here in this day and age now. All right. And obviously, Johnny Carson is one of those guys has to come back with a comedic spin. Now, and since Johnny Carson is somewhat of a comedian, this is all pre-planned as well. And what they like to do is mention truth, right, in a comedic spin. They always do that, if you've noticed. Anytime there's comedy, right, they'll mention the truth. For example, the moon landing was fake and blah, blah, blah. And they'll put it in they'll just mention it in a sentence of a movie or a show. And you just think, okay, cool, it'll go over your head. But it's mentioned. They've mentioned it. Who killed JFK, Marilyn Monroe, all this other shit. You know, what's that other Area 51? They'll talk about that. They'll talk about who the real Israelites are. They'll go over people's heads. So obviously these two brothers, they're Israelites. I believe Cassius is probably, or Muhammad Ali is probably a Judite. Ken Norton's probably a Judite too. Cassius could be a Gadite, we don't know. Okay, but they're Israelites nonetheless. Okay, but out of the mouths of the Israelites, he's going to mention and then Johnny Carson is going to come off with it like it's a joke. All right. Before I play it, I'm just going to go into a couple of scriptures. All right. Revelation 1 and 7. And the Yahweh Hashem Yeshua is going to return in the same way. All right. With power, anger, fury. Okay. And these chariots, we've been seeing them. I've seen them. I'm not, and I say it with boldness. I've seen him during the day and during the night. And when I see him, I don't get perplexed. You know, you crackers, you heathens, you get perplexed because you know what? It's your demise. When we see the chariots, you know what we see? We just see it. Hey, shalom. It's like a friend. You know what I mean? Because they're always there, and we know that they're always there. You know, Revelation 1:7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, Amen. Okay, so the Lord's going to come in that cloud, and the cloud is a chariot, like in Independence Day, when the chariot was moving and the clouds are covering it, and then the clouds moved, and then the chariot was there revealing itself. Yeah, like an Independence Day. You think these Edomites don't know? They go into the Bible to get all these movies, make all these movies about so-called UFOs, spiritual power, Superman, X-Men. All these kinds of shows. They go straight to the Bible. This whole world is built around the Israelites. Okay, it doesn't talk about dothead Elam. It doesn't talk about these gooks, all these other nations, all these Edomites. All right, or if they do talk about Edomites, they talk about them being cave people, and that was like millions of years ago, and they've evolved. All right, in 325 AD. All right, these crackers were still in caves. All right, all right, and they haven't been long out of the caves, so there are nobody people. All right. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and also you MFers that pierced the Lord, you Roman soldiers, okay, and all you Israelites too, that put your hands on the Lord, all of you heathens that ripped his beard, pulled on his fro, spat at him, all you MFers are going to get it. Do you understand? That's why this is the last generation. Everyone's back here today because we come back every third or fourth generation. But the world is so populated at this moment in time right now is because Yahweh Shemir Shai has got something poetic planned for you, for your demise. And you're going to see the Lord. A lot of you are going to see the Lord before you go, before you croak. You understand? A lot of you crackers, you Edomites that say, okay, yeah, the Lord can't be the Lord ain't no, that Jesus ain't no nigger and all that kind of stuff. Or you like to say all that, don't you? Yeah? Well, you're going to find out soon. All right? And all the kindreds of the earth shall wail. All the races are going to wail. They're going to, when you see the Lord, because it's going to be so astonishing to you, okay? That's something magnificent coming out of the heavenly realm. The heavenly realm. And his majesty is standing there, majestic, powerful, long beard, fro, glowing eyes, swole. I'm just using my spiritual imagination, if I can say that, pursuing to the scriptures, and all the angels and the chariots is covering the sky. You're going to see it. And we're going to see it in our lifetime very soon. All right? Abaratazar, these damn devils pull their finger out and get this Karagman thing going and crash the damn economy. Damn devils. Let's go to another scripture. Let's go. I'll go the NLT out and King James Version. Exodus 13:21 and 22. And the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yashai went before them by day in a pillar of a cloud to lead them the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light to go by day and night. All right. Even when we left, our first Exodus, leaving Egypt, the Lord, was showing signs in the sky to follow the cloud. The cloud was a chariot. It was a wheel within a wheel, or a literal cloud. You know what they call lentils or something? A lentil cloud or a cloud lentil, something like that. And through the Spirit, you knew it was a chariot because within the cloud, like you see sometimes during the day, it might be flickers of light, like sparks, and you can like see them. Like a firecracker going off in the cloud. You might see it like that. Then at night, you'll see them like a pillar of fire. You'll see it flashing, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful colors like the blue, like electric blue, and lime green and electric. I don't know if there's a color called electric green, but electric green and red and pink and yellow. Beautiful colors, man. That's why, even the Bluetooth is made after the Chariot, man. You see, when you have a Bluetooth, right? It goes green and yellow and blue. Where do you think they get that from? The chariots, man. Everything is built around the Israelites. And the Israelite man, because Jacob is the former of all things, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yeshai, invented everything in his God-forsaken world. All right? Verse 22, he took not away the pillar of the cloud by day, nor the pillar of fire by night from before the people. And the Lord has given us signs. And during the first Exodus, this is what we used to navigate ourselves, because Yahweh Hashem Yeshua was there for his people, right? And even when the southern kingdom was led into their captivity, pursuant to the book of Deuteronomy, going to slavery to Egypt in ships. Hence the reason why there's a pyramid on the dollar bill. There's an obelisk in America, yeah, and there's literal pyramids that are built in Latin America. Why? Because we are those same people, and Egypt all over again, or Rome all over again, is America. All right, and the chariots led these damn crackers, these damn devils, uh, to get to America, because Jake had to go into our final captivity, and we're coming to the end of it right now. All right. Just think about how many incarnations we went through to get to this stage of 2024 going 2025. Okay, just think about it. Whew. All praise to Yahweh Hashem Ashai. Let me see if I need to go to the NLT to give any. Let's go here. Let's go. Exodus 13, 21 and 22, the NLT. The Lord Yahweh Hashem Ashai went ahead of them. He guided them during the day with a pillar of cloud. No, the Lord went ahead of them. See, the Lord went ahead of them to guide us, right? He guided them, the Israelites, during the day with a pillar of cloud, and he provided light at night with a pillar of fire. This allowed them to travel by day or by night. And the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yeshai did not remove the pillar of cloud or pillar of fire from its place in front of the people. All right. Isaiah 66 and 15. Let's go there when the Lord returns. For behold, the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. Okay? The Lord's going to come with fire, man. The Lord ain't going to come out handing out lollipops and flowers and, floating around like Caesar Borgia, like a fag, wearing a nightie saying, come hither, my children, all that kind of thing, to every damn heathen out there. Nope. You heathens are going to get blasted. All right? And there's going to be, hey, the phone had to ping on that one. You heathens are going to get blasted, boy. Yeah, you're going to get blasted. Right? You heathens are going to get it. And you 2/3 too. And I ain't got no sympathy for you 2/3. Oh man, I always start going into a tangent, yeah, man, you 2/3 are going to get it too. Hey, man, you shouldn't have been disrespectful to the Lord. But nevertheless, we are approaching that time. For behold, let's go to, I've got the NLT out. Let's go there. Isaiah 66 and 15. See, the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, is coming with fire, and his swift chariots roar like a whirlwind. He will bring punishment with fury of his anger and the flaming fire of his hot rebuke. Okay? And rebuke with flames of fire. Yeah. So the Lord's going to be blasting lasers out of them chariots. The Lord's going to be shooting laser beams out of his eyes, lightning out of his hands. All whatever kind of spiritual power he wants to use. You're going to be getting it. You're not going to be dodging nothing the way Tom Cruise did in that movie, man. What's that movie called again? Oh. And if you notice that movie with Tom Cruise in it, you know what I'm talking about. It's the tip of my tongue, bruv. What was it called? Anyway, at the start of the movie, if you look, what does it say? When before hell breaks loose, where he's got a watch. It says Omega. Omega means last. Alpha and Omega. I am the first and the last, and the Lord is returning. He's the real alpha male. All right. What was that Tom Cruise movie, man? Tom Cruise UFO movie. I think it's 2006 it come out, didn't it? No, not Edge of Tomorrow, not Oblivion. What was it? War of the Worlds. That's it. War of the Worlds. Excellent movie. You got to give that a go. Check it out if you haven't seen it. All right. And see, I don't want this to play because this is better pause it quickly because you know how Esau does. And this is strictly for fair use copyright 1976. I'm not going to play it. I'm just going to pause it, but I'm going to play the verbiage just to specify what the man is saying. And I'm not making no money out of this. I'm not a social media person. I don't care for social media. Not my bag. Nothing to do with me. All right. I'm just, specifying something that is regarding of the times that we're in. And truth is spoken again. And these chariots have always been here. You think Cassius doesn't know that he's an Israelite? I'm going to call him Cassius. Fuck that Muhammad shit. All right. You think Cassius doesn't know he's an Israelite? You think Ken doesn't know? This is all pre-planned. This ain't just coming out of the blue, you know. All right. I'm going to play it separately. Okay. Let me see.
Well, you could change before the next day, right?
I've been studying.
You seem quite reserved tonight.
I've been studying UFOs. Did you know there are UFOs out here flying around, unidentified objects?
This would be the place for them, Southern California. You seem quite reserved tonight.
I've been studying UFOs. Did you know there are UFOs out here flying around, unidentified objects?
Before the next day, right?
I've been studying.
You seem quite reserved tonight.
I've been studying UFOs. Did you know there are UFOs out here flying around, unidentified objects?
This would be the place for them, Southern California.
There you go. I'm going to carry on, play the latter. All right. You want to check it out yourself. Go on the vid. It starts around about 7:44.
I'm serious. They cited a bunch over Georgia. I've seen them at night. They have real photos of them, and the government and the people just completely seem like don't talk about it. But Mr. Harold Salkin, Washington, D.C., he's the head of the National UFO Bureau.
Right.
He brought me moving films. I actually have moving pictures of little saucers of great steel objects coming into pictures that people took. And I'm just surprised that don't nobody talk more about it. Something they can...
Another great insight into the fight game. No, I'm just kidding. No, I read that, but
See how they do truth, because they always want to let you know about this truth. So when the chariots do return of the Lord, it won't be so overwhelming for a lot of people. So it's like revelation of the method. So they're priming you to let you know that the Lord is going to return. And so this is obviously 51 years ago, and right as of now the government is revealing the truth about these so-called UFOs or IFOs, identifiable flying objects. They're bringing two and two together. And now with the Israelites being at the forefront, our prophets and teachers, and double honors to them, the men of great millstone, and the elders and bishops, and shalom to the prophets of that body. Okay, they're bringing out the truth, right? And people are putting two and two together, all right?
did you read the thing last night on the news?
No.
That some physicists said that what the people of Georgia might have seen were that there
Okay, so the Bible is prophesying on the right-hand side what the Lord's going to come to do, but Esau is also letting you know on the left-hand side through his movies, Revelation of the Method, using certain artists and actors and sports personalities to talk about it, and they always put it in a comedic fashion. Comedy is comeda in Greek, which means food for thought. So they always like to tell you truth, but they always put a comedy spin on it to make it look like it's just a couple of guys yapping. There's no weight in it. But it's gonna be ingrained in your mind, and in the back of your mind, and at some point, it's gonna come to the forefront. Especially if you're the elect, you're an Israelite. Okay, but for you heathens, it's gonna come to the forefront when the Lord returns. All right. And 51 years later, we're approaching that time, approaching 52. Actually, no, 51 was it? 73, right? 73. Yeah, 51. Yeah, 73. 2023, 50, 51. 52 years approaching, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
probably several thousand satellite objects
people took, and I'm just surprised the National UFO Bureau.
Right.
He brought me moving films. I actually have moving pictures of little saucers of great steel objects coming into pictures that people took, and I'm just surprised that don't nobody talk more about it. Something that can.
Another great insight into the fight game. No, I'm just kidding. No, I read that. But did you read the thing last night on the news?
No.
That some physicists said that what the people of Georgia might have seen were that there are probably several thousand satellite objects
No.
going around
No,
the United States, around the Earth, and sometimes they disintegrate and they come back into space.
Not 50 feet over the highway.
Well, it could. It's got to land somewhere.
No. They call it swamp gas, and some they don't want. I don't know what it is, but I think I do. But there are actual saucers and objects coming within our atmosphere and flying around, and people got pictures. Everybody cite the same thing in every city: the red and blue and green lights. But the people authorities completely.
You heard it right. The red, blue, and green lights. People have seen it. Because remember, at that time when he's talking about it, right? If you talked about it, you saw a flying saucer at that time, they'd probably put you in the nut house. Hence the reason why there was such a stigma attached to talking about this sort of thing. People wouldn't really talk about it, even though they had pictures, because they'll put you in the damn nut house. They'll put you in in one of those things that they put around you where you can't move your arms and all that. I don't know what do you call them. A straight jacket, yeah. They put you in that and put you in the nut house. You know, probably lobotomize you and all that kind of stuff back in the day. You know. Let's hear that red, blue, green stuff. Here we go. About how the chariots look.
Objects coming within our atmosphere and flying around, and people got pictures. Everybody cite the same thing in every city: the red and blue and green lights. But the people authorities completely brush it off as if to say we are mentally off. But I know it's right because I've been seeing them.
Well, why don't they land then, Muhammad? I mean, if they're intelligent people, why wouldn't they land and step out and say, "Hi there," or "Galman Ding," whatever they say? You know, why wouldn't they make contact?
They probably figure they can't get no sense out of the people here in this place.
We've never talked about that on the show. I didn't know you really believed in
I have actual
UFOs.
photos. I have moving films.
Yeah, but can't they can motion picture
This
film,
is
and you're
no
smart
trick.
enough to know that in still pictures they can phony those
these
up.
These are not phony.
Ken, how do you feel about it? You believe they're flying saucers?
I'm an innocent bystander.
But you've seen them.
And the night, the one you can see on Tuesdays and Thursdays is like a big bright star if you go out.
Tuesdays and
It's
Thursdays.
like a big bright star.
Are you sure you're up for this fight?
I'm serious.
If you're thinking about that when your Monday night comes, he's going to knock your head off.
No, I'm serious.
You're going to say it's 10 o'clock. He's going to give you such a shot.
Your favorite gift? Our low.
There you go. All right. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahshai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Check it out yourself. All right. See how they put the truth in. And if you watch Ken Norton and Muhammad Ali's face, you can tell that Muhammad Ali knows. He's seen the chariots because he is an Israelite, and he knows about the chariots because even in the Nation of Islam they come out with a bit of truth, and he knows he's a Jake. Okay, but Ken Norton is trying to act like he's just he just said he's a bystander. He doesn't really care either way. But you could tell by looking at their faces they were acting, man. You could read the spirit. All right. Anyway, all praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem Rakak Wadash, Mawathabad Babal, Kwam Yashua, Shalom.